owe you guys some explanation as to why the Supra has been racked. I hear you guys in the comments. I always read and hear about what you guys say about how you want the Supra back and to drop the 458 and focus on the Supra. And to be honest, I kind of blue-balled you guys with the Supra. We started building it up, we got pretty deep into it, and we automatically just like switched to the 458 without really any explanation. Now that this is almost done, I want this so bad. Like, exotics are cool, but that's where the dream started, boys, and I want this complete. To get you guys a little reminder of where we are with the Supra, we have a built head on the car that's installed. We even kind of mocked up the turbo manifold to kind of put the turbo on this side of the car, and we kind of just stopped there. The next steps that we wanted to do was to do a wiring harness, and we need to do our ECU. I have the ECU under control, and I actually have the wiring harness under control thanks to Rywire. I haven't kept you guys that much in the loop, but I was trying to get this thing kind of kick-started and back on track while we were finishing up the end of the Ferrari. And today we actually have the harness here, but beyond the harness, we actually have the man himself, Ryan from Rywire, which mainly known from the Honda scene.
Yep.
That's like the main start.
That's definitely where I started out.
He came down today. He wanted to hand deliver it, and I kind of want Ryan to walk us through the harness a little bit, because if you were to go for like the Gucci of harnesses, if that's what you were trying to be, that's what you're gonna get from Rywire, and everything was done by the man himself.
Thank you,
Ryan,
man. I appreciate that.
I'll let you do the talking.
Okay.
What are the reasons as to why you want to go with a harness like we did, and tell us some of the features that you did for this car that you typically, some people don't do, or...
We offer a 2JZ engine harness. That's the first and foremost of it. And that, we try to keep it as a modular design. So what I mean by that is the engine goes straight to the ECU. ECU in this case is an AEM Infinity, which we also support. So what we have adapting to that is a chassis specific adapter. We have the ability to keep the engine harness modular, and we can upgrade an ignition system like you have the coil on plug with the LQ9 coils, and I'm able to make an adapter go specifically to that ignition system. So it's kind of three parts of the puzzle. You have your engine loom, you have your ignition section, and you have your chassis specific section.
Hey, don't mind me. Hey, I'm just back here looking at the things.
So these wiring harnesses are built with all these different things on board. So we have spare, so you can add sensors to the back side of the harness. You can add CAN bus, so you can run your digital display. And we did a few things for TJ on this, and you know, like he wanted to keep air conditioning. He wanted to upgrade to those LQ9 coils. So all that stuff's fitted on this, and this is a base harness, and then we just kind of add everything to it.
I see.
Right? So first thing you notice is it's covered in Raycam DR25 heat shrink. If you go to an F1 race and you have the ability to actually look at...
Shout out Ricardo, you're the man, baby.
No,
if you go visit an F1 car, the wiring strategy is exactly that.
No, you didn't.
So there's TEF cell wire in here, which is a lot stronger than the factory OEM wire. All those small things add up to a proper wiring.
Calvin right now is geeking out with Ryan. Whenever we meet people that are really good with wiring and electronics, Calvin usually pulls them aside and will talk to them for no joke 30 minutes, or until I have to pull him and be like, bro, we need to get going. But he's just straight geeking out, like typical Calvin, just asking him million questions. I was actually, before I started filming, was talking to him about wiring on the Ferrari and stuff. And it's always cool getting insight by like experts and professionals like this, because it helps teach us a little bit more about what we're doing, because as I've been telling you guys from the start, I don't know what I'm doing, Calvin doesn't know what we're doing, we're just kind of figuring it out as we go. So it's always cool getting a little insight like that.
Damn! That's crazy. First ever Ferrari with downstar on it.
For like probably 2 years now, you guys have always heard me say, yo, shout out to Frank. Well, this is Frank from Downstar. He is the owner of Downstar, and whenever we get those like the dress up hardware, Z has it, my BRZ has it, Calvin's BRZ has it. We use the dress up hardware literally wherever we can, but it's always known from Frank. So shout out to Frank for supporting us. He's literally been sending out hardware to us for like 2 years now, and I just wanted to introduce you guys to Frank because he's just been supporting us since forever, and I always reference him, and you guys need to see a face.
Thank you, man. I appreciate the support, dude, and more than that, I appreciate people that are hustling and trying to do something with their life, dude.
Absolutely.
I see you guys out here killing it, man, and there's nothing I could do but respect it.
Thank you.
Hell yeah,
I appreciate
it. Of course.
It is do or die time. Oh my God, I hear the ice cream truck. Where's the ice cream truck? It is do or die time right now. Our part just
from the ice cream truck. You want a SpongeBob? You want a Bomb Pop?
I don't have any cash, Nick.
I got you, bro.
Oh wow.
Hey, Dad's always got to look out for you.
Wait, I want something. Hold up.
Oh,
Can I have that Sunday?
This control switch did not work on our car. So we have a new one. Shout out to Exotic Auto Cycling. They sent us one that is working. So we're gonna plug it in and we're gonna pray to the Ferrari gods that it fixes it. Because if this does not fix the issue, then we're fucked, or maybe like we have a grounding issue somewhere, because it's usually always a grounding issue.
One eternity later.
I have some really bad but good news to tell you guys, and I feel like an idiot. And let me explain why. When we had the old plug in the car, like I've been telling you guys, I want to figure out the obvious stuff first, right? Rule all that out. And I thought I did, but there was a couple times where I was like, maybe we should get on the phone with a 458 owner or something, just to make sure like we're using it right. Because who knows, maybe like it doesn't work until you're in first gear or driving, or just one of those weird things. I got on the phone with Ryan when I plugged in this new one, because originally it wasn't working. Plugged it in, nothing changed. So I plugged in the new one, I was on the phone with Ryan, and I just spent a little bit more time playing with it. And on this control panel, this top left button says main on off. Press that a million times, nothing has ever happened. Something just came across my head to say, wait, what if you maybe held the button for 3 to 5 seconds, if anything would happen? And what do you know, I hold the button for 5 seconds and it turns on. The module works. Then I quickly threw in my old one, held it down for 5 minutes, and it worked. I feel like an idiot because I spent so much time doing this, but I also feel like an idiot because I didn't talk to someone else beforehand. I didn't get any other 458 owner on the phone with me to kind of like explain it. And then of course, the moment I do it, I figure it out. So I feel like an idiot, but at the same time, I'm happy because we have it fixed. So now we gotta put all this interior back. So watch, you plug it in, and automatically, because we turned the radio on from the last time, it decides to work, and everything is fixed. I cannot believe that I didn't figure this out, but at least it's working now. Hey Cal, so how do you feel knowing that you didn't have the brain power to figure it out?
Fuck off. That was you.
Me?
That was you.
Me?
You. I looked at it, I was like, yeah, okay, so the thing is, I did hold it. I held this one and this one, not that one. I didn't go through all the button. I at least held the menu button and it didn't do anything. It's like, oh, it's not that. But I guess holding the main did it.
Makes a little bit more sense. So I'm gonna start putting all this stuff back. Common's gonna start putting all that stuff back, and then we're gonna tag team this glove box. And I mean, honestly, after this can be, again, another final assembly on the interior, because we have literally everything taken out of this car. Sucks to do this a million times, but like I said, I'm just happy it's working and we figured it out, and it's not something like super, super bad. Because I've done it a million times, I didn't show us putting back together the car because you guys have seen that enough. We fixed a lot of stuff today, a lot of progress, a lot of just hours logging on this car. Calvin also somehow like Einstein the glove box back together before it was a little bit, it didn't fit exactly how it was last time at Calvin. Figured out that there was actually adjustment points, so that's why I wasn't fitting going back properly. So we got that back in, got the whole front bumper back in. We re-put together back the whole entire car, and we still have to get the airbag thing cleared and some little issues like that and some sensors that we still need to kind of chase. But I'm not mad right now. I'm just like, I deserve to drive this car. Like, this car is fundamentally healthy to drive, and although I might have some random little warning sensors, I'm not gonna let that stop me tonight. So we're buttoning this car up right now. I just put both the wheels on, I'm gonna lower it down, and we're driving this car home for the first time. All right, boys, this is it. This is our first ride home. Oh, hell yeah. I think, boys, her name is Kylie. I think it's Kylie. It just feels right when I call her Kylie. Oh, this is so cool. This thing needs the exhaust really bad. It's so good, boys, it's so good. The front lift makes that so easy, bro. Put that back down. Oh, boys. Well, we made it. That's so good. How did that just happen? We made it home, right behind Miley. I can honestly say I never ever imagined to have this car ever parked behind the BRZ, ever. Something I didn't show you guys yet is this morning when I came down to the car, I was driving my BRZ home last night and I pulled in, everything was fine. And I came down this morning to come to the shop, start working on the 458, and I came out of the garage to find it's kind of drying up, but all of the coolant of the BRZ just all over the floor. All over the floor. I don't know what happened. I haven't even investigated yet because I was like late to the shop and I needed to be there. But I must have, the line must have came off, or maybe I don't know what happened. But somewhere the coolant line just is open, or I don't know what happened. But I gotta fix that. I mean, I gotta do the install here. So we're gonna have an garage install here probably in the next couple of days, but never ever thought this would be in my garage. It's amazing to finally have it here. No, Texture doesn't wear glasses.
You look like Benjamin Franklin.
I don't look like Benjamin Franklin. Before I end off today's video, I want to let you guys know that March 23rd, you're going to be hearing me talk about this every day until then. March 23rd, Hunt & Company is having a Originals Collection launch. If you are not following the Instagram, be sure to follow the Instagram. We're going to be launching 9 a.m. March 23rd. It's a Saturday. And also, the site will open at 9 a.m., but as you guys are familiar, normally when you drop stuff sells out within the first 10 or 15 minutes, which we're upping our numbers this time, so hopefully it's not as quick. But if you want to get 15 minutes early access, if you go to the Hunt & Company website right now, it'll be linked down below, and you enter in your email address, you're going to get sent an early access code 15 minutes before the drop goes live, which means you should be able to secure whatever it is that you want. So that's a big bonus. I'm super hyped on that. I'm going to give a shout out plug to Movement here. I'm gonna be playing Apex Legends. As you guys already know, I've been playing that like every day with Calvin, and I've been wearing blue tint glasses to help protect my eyes because literally my eyes in the past 3 years have gone to absolute shit for staring at computer screens. Movement also offers blue tint glasses. They come in a bunch of different styles. These are one which I kind of like, the clear ones. Then they have some black ones. They have multiple options. So if you're not going for watches, you can go for glasses like this and use code TJ10 and save yourself 10% off the whole entire website, bro. That's all I have for you guys today. It was an up and down roller coaster with the Ferrari. We still have a bunch of stuff to fix, don't get me wrong, but the car is home, the car is in the garage, and that means a lot to me. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out and keep moving forward.
Check out this premium condensation. As much as this is a good thing, we're gonna change it out. Here we have the new Tom's taillight. This is essentially Miley's new booty cheek. Let's go install it.